So I was able to find some more toys the last couple of weeks. Starting out, these are some figures I got off of a garage sale ad. The woman advertised vintage figures, but what she had was a lot of the 90s stuff, which I guess technically is vintage, but you know, it's not really vintage to collectors. But still, got some pretty good figures. She had some actual vintage figures. She had the Rancor Keeper, you know, pretty scuffed up and everything. But you know, the 90s figures are cool. And she had some of these slides, which I don't have a lot of them, so I went ahead and picked these up. And this, it's a Play School figure, but it looks like a lot like Burt Reynolds, so I picked him up because he was kind of cool. Darth Vader's cape. Really worn Imperial Commander. And a new spotted Luke. Another Luke, I think he came with the Skiff playset. Not sure, but I think that's where he's from. And she had a Cloud Car pilot, which he may clean up fairly nice, but he's got loose joints. And then a lot of the weapons. Weapons and Tarkin. Not as cool as the later versions of him, but still, they've only made a few versions, so picked him up. Like I said, a lot of modern weapons, He-Man weapon. And then this next little figures I got off an online ad. And kind of happy with these. Got a pretty cool TIE Fighter pilot and an AT-AT driver. Needs cleaned up, got some butt rub, not too bad. Modern pilot figure, and this modern Scorch, which I thought I already had, but when I went back and looked at my figures I couldn't find him, so either I just bought a second one for no reason, or I did need him. And I have been known to accidentally buy multiple figures, the same one, because I forget that I have them. But this lot was kind of cool because, I mean, it came with multiple stormtroopers, more Boba Fett's, which, you know, I don't care for. I know a lot of people like them. But it did come with Jawa that I like, and Yoda with his little brown snake. So unfortunately, no cane for Yoda, but still in pretty good shape. Also got this Sand Person, really nice paint. Pretty good cape on him too. But a Luke X-Wing. And he's got a fair bit of nose rub on him, but so these are the vintage figures that I managed to pick up. Like I said, I had a yard sale and an online posting, but I got some more unique stuff, and I'll bring that right out. Okay, so these are some of the more unique items that I picked up. Got these off of a garage sale last week. The garage sale just listed Star Wars collectibles, and when usually when you hear Star Wars collectibles, what I find is a lot of mid-90s stuff and just kind of crap. The Taco Bell toys, the McDonald's toys, all the fast food toys. But here I got the nice mugs. The Rumph from California. And these are both in really good shape. And I don't see these, I mean, this is the first time I've actually seen them at a yard sale. I see them online listed, and you see a lot of Obi-Wans and a lot of the Darth Vaders, but I don't see Chewbacca very often. So, pretty happy to get both of these. Like I said, they're just in excellent shape. So now I'm going to have to pick up the Darth Vader eventually so I can complete my set. So here are some of the more unusual things that I picked up at a flea market this morning. Once again, kind of thrilled to find these because these aren't things that you see for sale very often, and not for sale at places like garage sales or flea markets. So one of the more common things is this tin. It's from Empire Strikes Back. This is not very good shape. Got marks on the top and everything. The lid doesn't work. These you actually do run into more often than some of this other stuff, but still, you know, not real common, but also not worth very much. So nice tin. This was just too cool. I couldn't pass it up at the flea market. This is a cigar box that someone has decorated for Star Wars. I think they did a pretty awesome job. Like I said, you know, fan-made art. 50 cigarettes from Pennsylvania, or cigars, but yeah, really cool. And inside of it, I got a couple more of these little tins. Once again, you know, not real common, but also not very valuable, but they're pretty cool. So, 2 tins, got a Luke, or not a Luke, sorry, a Han and a Leia. A couple pins. These are fan-made for some event. Got a Cylon Warrior as well. But what's really cool is inside these tins, one of them had Yoda. So I know from what the guy said, I missed, there was apparently some old lightsabers there, which I'm thinking are the full-size ones, and some 12-inch dolls, but happy that they missed buying Yoda, and I was able to get him hidden in this little tin. And the Han one has a bunch of frames from Empire cut up. So this guy apparently, or whoever had this stuff, had access to one of the reels and, you know, cut individual frames from the movie. So these are all frames of Han. Well, actually, this is a Star Destroyer. Darth Vader and Boba Fett. But really cool. I mean, this is stuff I don't see at all, and I guess this is you know, one of the good things about living in proximity of LA is you find maybe more movie stuff, along with the mugs, since those are made here in California. It's kind of nice to be able to find those. So really happy with these little pins, and yeah, this is a keeper. This is just too cool. I also picked up a couple of what they say is deluxe souvenir folios. They have some of the pictures to the movies. This one's kind of falling apart, but you know, I've never seen these books for sale at a garage sale before, and I don't think they come up too often online, but they contain the scores, the music notes to the different scores and compositions. So I got one for Star Wars, it's not in great shape, and one for Empire, which is in much better shape. So, if I could play a musical instrument, I could, you know, now play Yoda's theme. But a cool collectible, once again, you know, not worth a whole lot, but really nice to have. The other thing I got is he actually had 2 of them. These, I don't remember these coming out, but I wasn't buying the magazine Variety in the 70s, so who knows. These are, according to this fine print, advertising supplements to Variety magazine. So these would have come out, I'm guessing, in early '82, since these are touting the re-releases of both the movies before the new movie came out. So here we have a really nice Revenge of the Jedi kind of poster piece. So like I said, these had to come out very early. I don't see many of these at all for sale anywhere. I looked on eBay actually after I brought these back, and there's only a couple of them that I saw for sale in the last year. But you know, just a really cool piece you don't see very often. So yeah, and they're in decent shape. But, so that's some of the stuff I got this week. Hopefully I'll be able to keep finding more stuff, and you know, I hope it's unusual stuff like this, because you know, the action figures and stuff you can find fairly frequently if you look a lot, which I do. But this kind of stuff, like I said, I've never seen it up for sale, and this is stuff that other people who are just scooping up stuff to sell on eBay, they'll pass this stuff up because they don't know what it is, they don't care. But for anyone who's actually collecting, you know, these are cool pieces to have. So that's it for this week, and like I said, hopefully I'll find something else soon.